Hi, John Steenhuisen, leader of the Democratic Alliance. Well, today marks 100 days since South Africa's been in lockdown, and we've certainly seen a lot happening over the course of these 100 days. Firstly, I want to extend condolences to all of those South Africans who've lost loved ones as a result of the coronavirus in South Africa. Our thoughts and prayers are with all of you as you deal with your loss. Our thoughts are also with those many South Africans who've lost their livelihoods during this period. A number of businesses that have closed down, a number of commercial operations that have ceased to exist, and of course many South Africans who've had to close their businesses during this period. This has hit very hard, and it looks certainly like the country is heading towards a very deep recession that's going to cut very deeply into life as we know it as South Africans. Throughout this period, we've seen sometimes the worst of South Africans through food parcel corruption, the theft of UIF funds, but we've also seen the best of South Africans, ordinary South Africans pitching in to help their neighbours, their friends and the other families in their communities, community-based organisations and NGOs getting out there and feeding the hungry and vulnerable in South Africa. And I'm very proud of the DA governments in the Western Cape, in the city of Cape Town and the many other municipalities around the country that have really been at the front line of combating COVID and trying to save as many lives and livelihoods as possible during this period. If you had asked us at the beginning of the year what South Africa would look like in just a couple of months' time, I don't think many South Africans would have been able to predict just about the hard times that we were to face and how big the summit we would have to climb later in the year. But South Africans have tackled it with their usual resilience and their usual compassion, and it's been good to see. We've got a way to go through still with this virus. We're seeing it starting to peak in many other provinces, most notably in Gauteng and the Eastern Cape. We've all got to play our part to wear our mask, social distance, and to wash our hands, and to do what we can to keep the economy moving as safely as possible. If we can do this, we're going to get through this, and we will surmount any of the obstacles that come in our way to come. We now have to turn our focus as well to the recovery of our country, to be able to get our economy working, to be able to get more people into opportunity and out of poverty. And that must remain our core focus.